Fram, sleaze me.
Oh, Barnes, I have a very easy trivia question for you.
Please.
TV's biggest audience since the moon landing was?
Oh, come on, super.
Can you believe it? Setting a record with a staggering 123.4 million viewers? Dude, come on.
100 million of them probably under 16?
Well, I will say that there is the Taylor Swift effect. 20% of Super Bowl viewers cheered for Kansas City specifically because Taylor Swift has been going to the games and, of course, is dating one of the players. I mean, can you believe that? They did a survey. They seriously did a survey, and they found that 20% rooting for Kansas City and watching the games because of the TS factor.
Well, he's supposed to go on the road, I guess, whether she has to be back in Australia on Friday or something. Mm-hmm. Bad planning. I mean, I guess if she would have known about this whole relationship early enough, she could have routed a little better.
Well, if you follow all of the entertainment sites like I do on Instagram and TikTok, what did you see the last few days? Every single her walking with Travis's mom to the field, the after party where they were drinking champagne, and I guess they had chicken wings too.
The Today Show needs to lose Donna Kelsey's number. Guys, we get it. We get it. You know Donna Kelsey. And you're just abusing her. They talk to her. They try to act like they want to talk to her about her. And then question 3, they come in hot for the Taylor
every
take.
Single second.
Every time. Guys, let her rest.
And I'm sorry, it wasn't wings. It was chicken fingers. I just need to get that part straight.
Please do.
I don't want to be like misunderstood. But can you, 124 million?
Serious.
What? It's unbelievable. Katy Perry made a big announcement. She's leaving American Idol. I want to see the world and maybe bring new music.
I had not heard that yet. Who will be in that? You think they get Paula back in there?
I just got this news this morning. I think that's huge. She wants to. I think that's a big time suck. You know, remember, I think Blake did The Voice for 13 seasons. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a nice easy paycheck though. I mean, they go on the road and they condense it. They do it for a few months and then they're done.
Did you see Tyler Perry's new deal?
No.
Tyler Perry striking a first look TV deal with Netflix. Yep, ordering a Beauty and Black drama series. Good for him. He can do no wrong.
When you get that kind of money, you just can't help yourself from getting more of it. You know what I mean? Like, you get to that level. The dude's already so freaking rich. He can't even find a way around his house. It's so big.
Yeah, Netflix deal. Good for him. Jon Stewart opening up about his highly anticipated return, which happened this week on The Daily Show. He said it was indeed the political environment that brought him back, while also sharing that the move was influenced by his departure from Apple TV over creative differences.
Yeah, I saw it on Monday, and it's just like he hasn't left, except his hair is grayer. Yeah. I worked for Jon a couple of years ago. And
you worked for Jon Stewart?
I did. He directed a movie called Irresistible, which was shot before the pandemic, and then it got screwed and went straight to pay-per-view or whatever because the theaters were dead. But he is the same dude, nice as can be, just exactly as he is on TV. He was the director, and it was really cool to see him. I walked up, and he goes, "What are you doing here?" And he remembered us.
Back in the day, we did interview him when we used to go to New York to do our show for the VMAs, remember?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is he was on our show a ton.
Yeah.
So, nice guy.
Well, here he is talking about sort of his creative differences when he was at Apple TV.
Well, I very much wanted to have some kind of place to unload thoughts as we get into this election season. And I thought I was going to do it over at, they call it Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
It's a television enclave.
Yes.
Very small.
Yeah.
It's like living in Malibu.
We've heard of it, yes.
Yes.
Right.
But they decided that they felt that they didn't want me to say things that
Okay,
might get me in trouble.
So you
so
might
you have
say
some things you want to say. Are you back because you're worried about what's happening in the country?
Not at all.
No.
I'm delighted.
You're totally fine.
Everything's going beautifully. No, I just thought, who better to comment on this election than someone who truly understands two aging men past their prime. Look at me, baby.
Not so.
This is where it's at.
I thought he wasn't rusty with his joke telling. I thought he came in pretty hot.
We have two candidates who are chronologically outside the norm of anyone who has run for the presidency in this country, in the history of this country. They are the oldest people ever to run for president, breaking by only 4 years the record that they set the last time they ran.
Barnes, last week here in Nashville, Drake was playing the arena. He stopped his show to give a shout out and $100,000 to a cancer survivor, Lauren Schwaller. Here she is. She just couldn't believe that Drake was talking to her at the concert.
He's talking to me? I was just honestly completely shocked that it was me out of the entire arena that he was talking to.
Well, he's got extra. Didn't he place like $1.15 million bet in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he did.
Well, there you go. He's got room.
Yes, he did. I have a word I'd like you to tell me what this word means.
Please, go.
Because every once in a while we like to educate our audience. Bumbaclart.
Bumbaclart.
Yeah.
Don't know it.
It's a Jamaican derogatory term that literally means ass cloth.
Ass cloth.
Word of the day.
What's the context?
Liam Gallagher responded to a one-line message to the news that Oasis was on the short list for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the class of 2024. Blank the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's full of bumbaclarts. Tell us what you really mean, Liam. Then he went on to say, don't waste your time. And this was because a lot of fans, it's a fan voted as well. And a lot of them are petitioning for Oasis. And he said as much as it's appreciated, it's all a load of bollocks.
These guys are real. Like, this is not a bit.
I don't need some wank award by some geriatric in a cowboy hat. Where'd that come from?
They're just angry.
But here's what's really weird. When asked if he would pull like a Sex Pistols and skip the ceremony, if inducted, he said, I couldn't think of anything worse.
So he would go.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
All right, so there will probably be a quiz at the end of the show for Bumbaclart.
You think we have a budget to give away anything other than our air fresheners?
Hey, I'm not finished talking about the big game, the Super Bowl, but remember when they kept flashing over to Justin Bieber and his wife during the game and they kind of looked bored?
Yeah, what's wrong with them?
I don't know, because a lot of people are like, why wasn't he part of the Usher, the Atlanta Usher halftime show with all his friends? Well, apparently there's no bad blood. He just wasn't feeling it, Barnes.
I could see that.
He kind of looked worn out.
Because, it was Usher and all of his people, and I know Usher found Bieber, so I feel like Bieber was just like, you know what? Yeah, bro, you do your thing. He did look bored, though. He looks bored, though, every time you see him.
I know. I don't know what's going on. We want him to be happy.
Yeah, not so much.
That's your celebrity, Sleaze.